Some retailers say this shopping season, the back-to-school season, is more hectic than Christmas, but lucky for them, the tax-exempt holiday only lasts 3 days. That means all you moms and dads should get your back-to-school shopping done this weekend. We sent Channel 4's Emily Turner out there to help you decipher the lists. There's some things where you can save, other things, well, you're not gonna.
That's right. It's pretty tricky, although this category that we're talking about right now is clothing, because you want to look good on that first day of school. So go ahead and fill up your cart, because it's pretty self-explanatory, but I helped break it down for you. When it comes to back-to-school shopping for clothes, the thing to remember is the price point. $75 or less, that is what qualifies to be tax exempt. So that includes socks, underwear, even things like belts. That's all on the list, all the basics. Out of all of the different things, clothing is probably the most lenient category, because you can get just about anything as long as it's $75, including boots. So you can do bowling shoes, no skates though, and no flippers. Most accessories are covered, but not all. Jewelry isn't one of them. That's why it's so important to print off that list off of our website at news4jax.com, because you'll also find that watches aren't covered. All right, now let's break it down for you so you know exactly how much you can save this weekend. Obviously, that's the whole point of this tax-free holiday. Now, every county in our area, with the exception of St. Johns County, has a 7% sales tax on the dollar. St. Johns County is the only one that has a 6% sales tax. So if you buy the most expensive item that you can, which is $75, you're going to save $5.25 on that item in every county except for St. John's. So in St. John's, you'll save $4.50, and that adds up over time, because it's not if you have a total of $75, it's on each individual item. So you could have 13 different items that are $75, and you can save $5.25 on each of them. That adds up. I can't do math that quickly, but I mean, you can figure it out. It's obviously pretty significant. Now, coming up in the next half hour, we're going to talk about school supplies, because that's actually one of the more tricky items and categories on this tax-free holiday. And then after that, we've got some of the funny things that are on this list that you probably won't believe are there. Reporting live, Emily Turner, Channel 4, the local station.
I have been waiting for this weekend all summer. Thanks so much, Emily. Well, it is the first day of school for students in Camden and Glynn County. So good morning to you if you're watching. And pretty soon, more students in our area will head back.
Yeah, Ware County went back Monday, I think it was. Here's the countdown clock to Jacksonville's start when the school bell will ring. 11 days, 18 minutes. School's also set to start in St. John's, Bradford, and Columbia counties. As you moms and dads shop for supplies, there's one holiday that can keep you from breaking the bank. It's not a Hallmark holiday, but I can tell you, it starts just after midnight.
And it's much shorter than it's been in years in the past. Channel 4's Emily Turner joins us live with the sales tax holiday weekend. Not week anymore, Emily, darn it.
No, not a week. Ready, set, go, Stacy. I know you've got some shopping to do, so you better get here as quick as you can. And if you're like me, you're running low on your favorite pens, you got to get some more of those. Now, the school supplies list, what's on your child's list may not be on the tax exempt list, so I helped break it down for you. When it comes to back-to-school shopping, especially for school supplies, the one main thing you need to remember for this tax season is that it is $15 or less. And you probably need a list, because look, there is a lot of assortment. Erasers, pens, some kinds of paper. Those are all on the tax exempt list. But there are some things that you might think would be tax exempt that aren't. I'm going to go over a couple of those things right here. Staples and staplers, those are not tax exempt. Also, whiteout products, stuff like that. Printer paper, also not tax exempt, and neither is masking tape, although Scotch tape is. So having a list is the best option here at Target. They've already got one for you, but this way you can get in and get out and know exactly what it is you want. We also suggest that you print off the list of the tax exempt items. That's on our website at news4jax.com. Print that off so you know exactly what you can buy and what you can't buy. And remember, all of this is good to go mostly, as long as it's $15 or less. We're going to break it down for you by county. Duval County, Nassau County, Baker, Clay, and Flagler all have a 7% sales tax. St. Johns County is the only county that has a 6% sales tax. So if you buy that most expensive item on the list, $15 that's tax exempt, here is what you can save. That's $1.05 in all those counties and 90 cents in St. Johns County. So when you add up all those pencils, all those pens, the notebooks, the binders, everything, you save a pretty significant sum of money. If you've only got through Sunday midnight to get that done, so you need to get out there and go ahead and get those school supplies now. And again, I just want to reiterate, this is the list. right here that we're talking about. Everything that's tax exempt is in bold. Everything that is not in bold. And you can find that again on our website at news4jax.com. Now, coming up at 8:40, I'm really excited about this one. We've got another story for you on back to school shopping, and it includes all the stuff that's really weird that's on this list. And just to give you a little teaser, garter belts are included. That's again at 8:40. Reporting live, Emily Turner, Channel 4, the local station.
They are on the
I
tax
know.
exempt list?
Well,
It gives that whole song, Hot for Teacher by Van Halen, an entirely different meaning.
see, you know what you're missing here? If a kid's wearing a kilt to school, gonna need a garter belt.
Yeah. Who are the lawmakers who
Maybe.
added that one on the list? Thank you so much, Emily. Can't wait for that.
Have you done your back-to-school shopping for
No,
Zach?
I've been
and
waiting
Evan?
for this week.
A lot of people are waiting for the tax holiday, which starts at midnight. Big day to take advantage of a tax-free weekend. But there's some interesting things that are on the list, and you're going to go, huh? Why would I buy those for my kids? Like, did you know that garter belts are tax-free? Emily, seriously?
Garter belts are on the list. We already made the joke about, the Van Halen song, Hot for Teacher. Well, there's other things on here, quite the opposite of a garter belt. In fact, if you're going back to seminary, guess what? Clerical vestments are on this list. But you know what's not? Staplers. Just wait for all the weird shit, real stuff that you can get on this list coming up.
Interesting there, Emily. Okay, we also have a heartwarming story that we want to share with
Tax-free back-to-school weekend starts tonight at midnight. And when you think of back-to-school shopping, pens and pencils come to mind, right?
Yeah, well, there is so much more on the list that you may not ever expect. We sent Channel 4's Emily Turner out to navigate the tax-free list, and in the process, she found some surprises. Emily, good morning.
A number of surprises, and one of them is apparently that you can't add two words together. I meant to say earlier, stuff or things, and combine them in my head. Didn't sound right, I apologize for that. But in the meantime, speaking of addition and math, the things you would normally need would be pens or paper. But there's some stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with school that's on that list. You would expect that underwear would be on the tax-free holiday because you need it to go underneath your clothes, right? But there are some things that are on that list that might surprise you. Girdles are tax exempt, as are garters and garter belts. And for the younger folks who are going back to school, diapers are on the list. You may not expect that, but they are also tax-free. Now, the fishing pole itself isn't actually on the tax-exempt list, but a fishing vest is on the tax-exempt list. So if you happen to have one of these and you need a vest to go with it, as long as it's under $75, it's yours tax-free. And if you need something to hold the fish you catch with that fishing vest that's tax-exempt, you can get tax-exempt gardening gloves because they are also on the list. And finally, last but not least, even though it is on the tail end of our story, the fanny pack. No back-to-school shopping list would be complete without one. In fact, I cannot figure out why they aren't sold out. It's definitely not because they aren't super cool. Obviously, fanny packs are all the rage this season. Just in case Jacksonville, you didn't know that, you should now know that I own a fanny pack. Couple of other things on that list. Bibs are on the list, as well as bowling shoes, but you have to buy them. Rental bowling shoes are not on this list, although they made sure to make sure that was written down. And also, clerical vestments are on here. Now, this list, in all of its glory, is on our website at news4jax.com. You can just click on that section, download it. I suggest you print it off because, as you can see, there's some things that are on it that are surprising and some things that aren't on it that are surprising. Things like staples, staplers, as well as printer paper. So that's all something that you can use to help navigate your back-to-school shopping this weekend. And you've only got a few hours. It starts right after midnight tonight. Reporting live, Emily Turner, Channel 4, the local station.
I mean, seriously, gardening gloves, how did that make the list? Do they have some lobbyists up there in Tallahassee going, you got to put this on the list. We got to move these gardening gloves.
I have no idea, but my only thought is maybe it has to do with some of the vocational training, because they've got that on there. And they've also got some of these like weird boots on here. I can't find it right on the top of my list, but that's the only thing I can figure.
Used to make a fashion statement, so who knows?
Thanks
Em.
so much, Emily.